Happy Thursday, everybody. You are looking live at the Tampa Bay Times Forum, home of this year's Republican National Convention. We'll get you back out there with Dia and Dan coming up in just a moment. But first, not every child is the same when it comes to the attention and time they need to succeed and thrive in the classroom. So for some families, a tutor can provide that one-on-one extra attention that could potentially make a big difference. And Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine editor Angela Ardolino is here to give us all the information that we need. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. What's the first step that parents need to take?
Well, they need to assess whether their child needs a tutor or not. And the best way to do that, of course, is to have one-on-one communication with the teacher to find out what they're lacking in. You know, some kids don't even know how to study or how to learn or have a foundation, an academic foundation. So sometimes they need a tutor to help them. So I would say the best thing is to talk to their teachers to find out, do they need extra help? And then, okay, now they need it. Let's go search for a tutor.
When you find out that they do need that extra help, how do you review the tutor almost? Because it seems like that would be important as well.
And that's probably the most difficult thing for parents to do, is then to find somebody who works well with their child, because you'll find a lot of great tutors, a lot of great tutoring centers, but if your child doesn't feel comfortable with that tutor, doesn't feel like that they're learning or comfortable or that they're not being talked down to, then they're not going to learn anything. So it's very important to not only, once you establish, okay, I'm going to go to this tutoring center or I'm going to hire this tutor, to look at their background, do a background check, make sure they have academic accreditations to make sure that they know what they're teaching, and then most importantly, make sure your child likes them.
Right.
You know, they always have to learn to work with people they may or may not like teachers. But the tutor, you're paying for that tutor. They really should get along with your child, and if they do have a connection with your child, they'll learn so much more.
Well, speaking of paying for the tutor, I mean, you want to make sure that you're getting what you're paying for, so there's like an evaluation process toward the end.
Exactly. Once you've found that tutor that you feel comfortable with, the next thing you should do is monitor the results. So if you don't see an improvement in 2 to 3 months and grades aren't improving within 6 months, then there's something wrong. Then maybe you need to find someone else or sit down with the teacher and the tutor again to discuss, well, why aren't we seeing a lot bigger difference? You know, one of the best things to do is see if the teachers themselves can sit with the student and tutor them, because then during the class they know what this child maybe needs. So that's one of the greatest things, is go directly to the teacher and go, can you tutor them? Can they stay after school? Okay. And then it helps the child have not only a relationship with the teacher, but it also allows the teacher to know what their strengths and weaknesses are.
Wonderful. Well, Angela, thank you so very much for being with us, especially with school just starting. These are great tips for parents that might are identifying a couple of those things their kids need to work on.
It doesn't mean they're not smart. They just may need to learn to how to study and get that academic foundation, or prepare for college. You never know when they need that extra help.
Well, thanks, Angela. We appreciate it. All right, and Angela will be back with us next week to talk about getting ready for the SAT. Oh, my goodness. If you missed any of those points, or you want to share the info with another parent, just go to abcactionnews.com. You can also find help with a variety of parenting issues on the Tampa Bay Parenting website, tbparenting.com. While you're there, you can sign up for a subscription to Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine. Thanks so much, Angela.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we'll check in with Dia and Dan one last time when ABC Action News returns. Stay with us.